Yo, 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 you are staring at the city. It's Nathan. I got a very special guest with me here today. Welcome back to the studio. Go ahead and introduce yourself for those who don't know you. Tell them your name and what you represent.
Appreciate you. My name is Daark, D-A-A-R-K. I represent Milwaukee and the Twin Cities, and I'm an experimental rapper.
Oh yeah, experimental.
Yes.
That's a great description.
Thank you.
So Daark reached out to me and I noticed that he was releasing a new project. And it's 6 songs. It's going to be a surprise. It's already dropped.
Yeah,
so it was a surprise
drop.
drop. Yep. And you were considering it as a smaller project. So just like introduce the project and tell us what we should know about it.
For sure. So it's called the Nocturnal Circle. 6 songs of just gumbo mixing the Twin Cities, mixing Milwaukee, and mixing also a lot of Eastern European influences in like the production. It's meant to bridge not only the Twin Cities with Milwaukee in terms of like sound and collaboration, but also meant to just kind of introduce artists to a weirder platform that they can really experiment with and also get to appreciate others in the other states. It's meant to be like a cultural but also artistic experiment in like alliances across state lines and sound lines.
Cool, yeah. And without like diving too deep into it, you said a weirder platform? Yeah, what do you mean by that? Yeah.
I mean that I'm taking artists that I've already respected and I already really enjoy as artists, like Summer and Bakari from Ozone Creations, our friend Spraydom from Sounds of Us, and then also representation from Push Records with AK Fields.
Nice.
And not to mention like Nailed It from Milwaukee with my friend Tombo. All different people coming together, kind of putting out for their clicks and also saying, we're talented artists, but we can hop on something weird and underground in a heartbeat. And it can sound amazing.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
No doubt. Okay, cool. So based off what you just said, I could tell that it has a collaboration focus.
Yes, sir.
Like you had noted, and artists from Twin Cities and Milwaukee, artists from Push and from Ozone. Talk to me about how you chose the artists that you chose, and you kind of got into a little bit, but yeah, talk about those artists.
For sure. So I've had a wish list of local artists that I've wanted to work with for a minute. Whether or not we just haven't found the right beat to work on or the timing hasn't worked out, I just haven't worked with some of these folks before, but I've wanted to for a minute.
Yeah.
So I have AK Fields, because his style, his lyricism has always impressed me, and I just wanted to hear him on something super weird. I wanted to put AK with my friend Wiggs, who I've worked with in the past.
Shout out Wiggs.
Yeah, shout out Wiggs. And put them on kind of like this slick sci-fi collaboration. I got Summer from Ozone.
Yeah.
She's a star. She's a singing diva queen. She can outspit and outbar a lot of these folks too. And I knew that, so I got her on this Milwaukee beat that Styx made with my Milwaukee homie Lady Sabo.
Okay.
And I said, the ladies are gonna kill this shit, Lady Terminator.
Right.
Yes. And then I got Bakari, who's also known for his polish and his vocals on some muskets and cannons and horses, like Napoleonic type beats.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I
I
have
see Bakari on something like that though, but yeah, okay.
He killed it. Oh my God. I told him like, I just need you to give me this anthem for folks to just turn up for the night, and he did his shit, for real. I got one solo track on the whole thing, and that one is a collab with one of my favorite Milwaukee producers, Gucko. Shout out to Gucko. And that's a track about my mom called Big Lizard, because my mom's name is Liz. She's a big lizard. And then one last one, I have Spraydom from Sounds of Us. I don't know if you're familiar with them. One of my favorite underground collectives in the Twin Cities.
Cool.
Yeah, like February, Spraydom, Daquan, all those guys are making cool stuff. Okay. And that's like some hazy Milwaukee type collab, ethereal, almost like dreamlike quality to it with this auto-tune kind of melodic stuff.
Word.
And then I kick it off with a Styx remix to a Milwaukee track that I put out this summer. It's called Kidnapped, the Raptor Chase remix. Because Styx and I were just like talking about Jurassic Park. He threw in like these lizard samples, atmospheric like rainstorms, lions, dinosaurs, all that stuff. And it's sped up and turned up to 1 million with all these claps. It's chaotic.
It sounds like you've been putting in a lot of work.
I've been experimenting and having fun. Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be.
And the best part is like everyone delivered with their verses. No bar, no verse. I felt like outpaced anyone, so the balance was amazing. Which is why I'm gonna do a Nocturnal Circle 2 that's also gonna be collab focused.
We're gonna do it again. Where can it be found?
All streaming platforms.
Okay, cool. What's your go-to?
Spotify.
Personally, you like Spotify?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool. I got 2 more questions for you.
Cool.
So you had mentioned that it's rap blended with, and this is how you described it, as frenetic, dark instrumentals.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk about that. I actually don't even know what that means.
It's like intense, dialed in.
Okay.
It's not like there's no focus, but it's more just like feeling it rather than overthinking things. It's all about the sounds, textures, and atmospheres. And in one way or another, each of these songs was kind of inspired by like a movie that spoke to me, like a world I wanted to be in. So that's kind of where I was trying to transport all the listeners.
Okay. You like movies?
I love movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's your most recent, like y'all gotta see this one? For me, it's Interstellar.
I do love Interstellar. I saw it a couple weeks ago. Killers of the Flower Moon.
I have no idea what that is.
Martin Scorsese.
Scorsese?
Yeah.
Classic.
White people stealing shit in the 20s. Yeah, check it out.
Oh man. The Europeans. Okay, so tell me and you might not have one, but if you do, what is the goal for the project? Like it might just be like, cause I was just doing this. You know what I'm saying? Or like maybe you're like, I want this like maybe to be in a placement in a movie. You know what I'm saying? Or something like.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the
movie placement would be but that's nowhere on my mind.
Okay.
I'm thinking about goal number 1 is I like working with these artists.
With these
A lot of
artists.
these artists are my friends, but also I just respect the stuff that they create.
Okay.
Goal number 2 is I want to bridge and kind of connect the dots on like this weird Milwaukee stuff that's bubbling up with this hazy artistry from the Twin Cities.
Beautiful.
And all these other producers, I like to just gumbo them up, have every flavor distinct, but it's all going together. And 3, ideally, I just want to like show some of these other artists they can make weird, fun stuff, and like everyone can open doors for themselves in a heartbeat.
That's fire.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so one thing that I've learned from Daark is that you gotta be really open-minded to things that you might not like at first, because you might end up liking it at the end of the day, you know? So, I guess I do have actually one more question for you. I had recently, and maybe you have seen this or not, I recently have released a top 5 artists
Yes, sir.
in the Twin Cities. And I'm just wondering, as it's a new year, do you think those artists will stay like as in the top 5, or who might you see bubbling up that might make their way up there? You know, is there anyone that you fuck with, like other than yourself? You know what I'm saying? Because you got to put yourself in contention.
I mean, I like to be more behind the scenes. I like to be an ally to folks. I like to create. I'm less on the headlines kind of thing, but I think some of those top 5 are gonna stay, but I think that folks like maybe from Sounds of Us and some specific folks from Ozone, I think are gonna be like
some bubblers.
Yes, bubblers.
Top 5, top 10.
Bursters. Yeah. We got big names coming up for sure.
Okay.
People that I think are not really on radars, but they're making work that's like.
Who are you talking? Who?
I'm talking about some of my Sounds of Us folks. I'm talking about like Daquan, Spraynum, Busby, February. These are all like
top
TC.
top artists.
Yeah, TC in that group, he made a beat for Yeet. You know what I'm saying? Like these are folks
For who?
Yeet.
Oh, fire.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily a Yeet listener, but I know that speaks something to me. That sound is like,
about before. Like,
yeah.
You don't have to listen to it to respect it, right? Like,
right.
Yeah.
And then of course like Sticks as far as production. We got, I mean, Basement Gang. I can't forget about folks like Sekou and June. Are some of the most talented folks I can think of right now. Tori and AK and Kia.
Sekou and June, definitely. June is working. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes.
Sekou, I seen you doing your thing. June, I seen you really doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Those guys are nuts.
Who did you say right after that though?
Kia.
Kia's
my sister. I fuck with Kia, of course.
Kia.
Yeah. King Swank, he's a little more behind the scenes sometimes, but he's got his fingers on everything.
His tape.
Do an interview, yeah. Because his most recent project was ill for sure.
Yeah.
He's got the Kobe feature, like Kobe's ill,
Hey,
like.
Man. One thing I was talking about with King Swank is things like this have economy to them. So when we have these discussions and people listen to it, they go, oh, like that's the artist, and then you go to their show, $10.
Yeah.
That's money. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to their show, they have Heal Love brand there.
Yeah.
You buy that hat, $30. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like whatever. Like you buy a drink. That's economy.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So I feel like it's important, like kind of to have like not necessarily like this is my goal, but just to like sort of like think about where is this gonna like influence.
Right. And I mean,
Yeah.
I want to see more of that economy of the community, you know, where
Yeah.
we're supporting each other at these spots where we like to be. We're not necessarily like kowtowing to like what the space pushes us into. We can coexist with that and make different stuff.
Yeah. So with that being said, I think we're on the same page.
Yes.
Good work.
Thank you.
If there's anything else you'd like to add, please feel free.
Shout out to Staring at the City.
Yeah.
Go listen to Nocturnal Circle. Shout out to Wiggs, AK Fields, Summer, Lady Sabo, Bakari, Gucko, Tombo, Maz G, Marie Valentine, Xavier. Everyone on the tape. There's a lot, yeah.
It goes on and on.
Yeah.
Hey man, you staring at the city. It's Dark. It's Nathan. Peace.